Welcome back. Sam the Electrician here, talking about Western independence and Alberta separation. Wanted to briefly touch on Jason Kenney's latest efforts to convince Ottawa that Alberta deserves to exist and make a living the way we've been set up to do. He was in Ottawa for the last 2 days with 8 of his cabinet members to be diplomatic and, the way I see it, beg for our own money back, which is humiliating. He's down there asking for 2.4 billion, what he's calling an equalization rebate or something. But again, going down to Trudeau, hat in hand, please, sir, may we have some of our own money back? It's just humiliating and just a waste of time and money. Trudeau is going to sit and politely listen and nod, and then firmly entrenched in his belief that he's got 60% of the Canadian population behind him, or in other words, 60% of the population voted for one party or another that wants to shut down the energy industry in Canada. He'll just say, "I have a mandate," and one or two of the other parties will back him up when he rams these things through in Parliament, and we'll be no further along than we were today. All this money and energy and effort is wasted and could have been put to way better use by actually throwing up a firewall around Alberta and moving on these things that we're talking about. What did Jason Kenney say today? The next few weeks will be critical in determining the seriousness of this federal government to respond to the deep and legitimate concerns in Western Canada. Well, my question to him would be, what are you going to do about it when they say no? Because they're going to say no. What are you going to do? More talk, more delay. He came back to Alberta today and opened a very expensive war room or something to counter the propaganda put out by the radical environmental movement. Again, more wasted time and energy. I don't understand why we're even talking with these people. Radical environmentalism isn't about the environment, it's about communism, like I said in one of my previous videos. They don't want to just stop carbon. They're using it as a vehicle to tear down Western society. It's been admitted as such by Greta Thunberg herself, their self-proclaimed and leader and spokesperson, I should say. Sorry. She's out at the UN lecturing the UN that they're not going far enough. She's in Madrid lecturing the UN that they're not going far enough. It's never enough for these people. And as soon as you entertain their beliefs and start talking to them, then they'll never stop asking for more. They want to, as she said, tear down everything. And us out here in the West obviously don't want that. Jason Kenney should be putting his time and energy into getting a new constitution for Alberta, getting a chief firearms officer, getting the Alberta pension plan moving. All these things that can be done to pave the way for independence. I don't, obviously, as I've said before many, many, many times now, that he is an avowed federalist. He's trying to play the game, and it's going to backfire on him quite badly in the next election. I believe there will be a large, large voice in Alberta of independence people, and then there'll be the loyalists, and then who knows, maybe the lefties will come up the middle again, because the right wing and the independents will be split, and all of a sudden we've got another 4 years of the NDP coming at us. So if Jason Kenney and the loyalists don't get on board and open their eyes and see that Alberta is never going to get a fair shake, and they're only dragging this out to be polite, pretty much, if they don't see that, then Alberta is in for some very, very tough times over the next 4 to 8 years. And it's unfortunate that this is money, energy, time wasted when we could be moving towards freedom. So anyway, like I say in a lot of my videos, get out there and support your independence movement. Wexit's the biggest one, so throw your weight behind that, And let's get them registered as a provincial party and seize power in the legislature that way, force a referendum, and step by step we can move together towards freedom. Take it easy.